G'day, my name's KOG, and I'm a convicted criminal. I'm also a family man with a wife and 4 kids. I have a university education in agriculture and business management. I've been a passionate collector and rider of Triumph motorcycles all my life. I'm a 4th generation landholder in the foothills of the Great Dividing Range in northern New South Wales. And I'm of the opinion that in life's long journey, you'll eventually fuck up. And that's exactly what happened to me one sunny morning in January 1995. I got busted with 8,000 marijuana seedlings, which the cops value at $2,000 per plant, which meant I was in possession of $16 million worth of dope. What fucking bullshit. Which basically meant they could throw me in prison without bail. Finally, after 10 months in jail, I was sentenced to 2 years for growing $16 million worth of dope. Getting thrown into jail was the best thing that ever happened to me. I'd been sleepwalking up to that point. My education about myself, the legal system and the prison system began the moment the door slammed shut behind me at the police lockup. Prison changed my life forever. Prison was full of blokes just like me. Battlers trying to get ahead, just making a few dollars out of Australia's biggest cash crop, marijuana. While I was in prison, all I thought about was how to grow marijuana better, smarter and higher. My slogan would be, sow the seed, grow the weed. And that is exactly what I did. My first crop out of prison was one of the best crops I'd ever grown in all of my 15 years of growing commercial quantities of marijuana. And after depositing the proceeds of my hard work in the rural bank, that's a glass jar stuck under a lantana bush, I sat back one night with a home brew and a joint full of my own quality heads and thought about how I could benefit others with the knowledge that I had acquired. I wanted to help those poor bastards who were thinking of venturing into the risky business of growing marijuana for profit. The end result was I wrote a book. It's called Marijuana, A Grower's Lot. It's a handbook on how to grow marijuana for money. Nimbin Hemp Embassy described the book as the best book ever written on how to get away with growing marijuana and a significant contribution to cannabis culture. My life mission now is to pass on what I've learnt in the 20 odd years of growing commercial quantities of marijuana, in the hope that I can save at least one person from going to jail. What the world needs now is drug L-O-R-E, not drug L-A-W. I don't approve of underage smoking of marijuana, but there should be an ongoing debate about developing a cultural context for this sacred plant used by millions of Australians every day. There are many ways to grow dope, but in this video I'm going to show you how I do it. I'm going to explain seed selection, germination, cultivation, propagation, illumination, along with harvesting, drying, curing and storage. And finally, some advice on how to turn those sweet-smelling heads into tax-free Aussie dollars. So, let's get started. Before embarking on this adventure, there's a few things you should take into account. Number 1, don't smoke much while you're growing. It'll only increase your paranoia and you could end up doing something stupid. Number 2, for God's sake, don't grow next to your house or where you live. Number 3, don't grow more than 50 plants. Like, in the eyes of the law, 50 plants is the indictable quantity. And that means a whole world of trouble. Number 4, don't grow in stupid locations, such as under power lines, along rivers where people fish, or any other public recreational area. Number 5, don't be seen near your crop by anyone. It's always best to visit your plants of a night time. And most importantly, number 6, which is don't fucking worry. Remember, most people who grow dope don't get caught. Step 2, choosing the perfect plot. Okay, I'm assuming that most of you don't have 100 acres in the middle of nowhere to plant your crop on. So here are some strategies that may provide you with a perfect location. Firstly, get a map of your nearby state forest. Take up bushwalking as a hobby. and get out there and start looking for future growing sites. You should be looking for, number 1, north facing slopes for maximum sunlight. Number 2, easy access to water. 3, privacy. Number 4, good soil. And number 5, easy access for the transportation of fertilisers in and harvest out. So this is the fertiliser I use. It's called Organic Extra. It's a good all-round fertiliser that has a good balance of nutrients and trace elements that will help you to produce strong, healthy marijuana plants. It's got poultry manure, feather and fish meal, natural minerals, blood and bone, composted seaweed and sulphate of potash. It's bloody brilliant. This is lime. We need to put this on the soil to increase the pH a bit, make the soil less acid. Alright, so let's get down to the plot and do some work. You don't need much, just a mattock and a hoe. Now this plot was dug up 3 weeks ago. You can see the soil has got good structure, it's nice and moist and friable. You only need a few buckets of fertiliser for this area, which is about 10 square metres, plus a bucket of lime. I like using these pellets because they're lightweight, easy to apply, they're slow release, and they're organic. Next we apply the lime, turn it in, and then we're in business. So what I've done here, I've used a hoe to make up some rows. There's 5 rows here to plant about 10 marijuana seedlings in each row, spaced roughly 30 centimetres from each other. I'll let everything settle for 2 or 3 weeks before I plant out my seedlings. Don't plant your seedlings too early. They should be at least 6 inches high. That way they've got a better chance of survival. Now I'll show you my watering system. Basically got this pipe here, the poly pipe. It's hooked up to a pump at the creek. What we do, get my pump going, water comes out here, let's leave it like that. Water just comes out there, runs down the row on the top side, and just the water just slowly sinks in down this area here. And then when that's soaked, I just get the pipe and bring out here. The water runs out here and then down the top side of this row, and then slowly sinks in. So that way, I usually have my pump going for about a whole hour, and just give this whole area a big soaking of water. It's like a flood irrigation. Just sort of sinks right in. So that way you're putting on thousands of litres of water at a time. So I'll do that like for the first month the plants are here, in like early summer when it's usually drought, usually no rain. And you get the little plants growing really strong and need heaps of water. So this is ready to plant here in about another 3 weeks time. This is the 750 Triumph I've had for about 18 years. I've done a fair few miles on this one. The motorbike represents freedom to me. It's very important to keep my motorbikes going. It's freedom to ride it whenever I want to. Freedom from everyday hassles. When I ride my motorbike, my spirit soars. I like the old Triumphs, they're easy to work on. I've got a couple in my shed that I've had over the years. Easy to get parts for, cheap and easy to rebuild, and it's like a 50-year-old design. It's beautiful. Modern bikes are much more complicated than these old Triumphs. With this design, it's really simple to work on. Anyone can understand it. It's just, you can just see how it works. That's what I love about it.